But the girl Soph, who does the 31 Days of Halloween, puts together amazing, beautiful costumes that Natalie Reynolds inevitably copies.
If you couldn't already tell by the fact that I'm pink and that I have veins, today I'm going to be turning myself into Draculaura from Monster High.
Today I'm turning myself into the iconic Draculaura, because much like her, I've been pale, dramatic, and chronically over-accessorized since birth.
Something feels seriously off right now because Natalie Reynolds suddenly has this new obsession and it is creeping people out in the worst way. I opened her page, saw what she posted, and just sat there like, what is happening? Out of nowhere, she basically is treating Sophie Silva like her personal mood board, and it's honestly wild to watch. And don't even get me started with the maybe it's a coincidence thing, because no. People already noticed, Sophie's fans are confused, Sophie herself is staying completely silent, which somehow makes everything 10 times weirder, and something here is just not adding up at all. Now, hold on, because once you look a little deeper, it's like, oh, of course she's doing this again. This is literally her pattern. Same story, different creator. So let's get into this mess and figure out why Sophie might want to keep an eye open right now. So the moment you look at Natalie's recent post, the first thing that hits you is the Draculaura situation. She suddenly drops a full transformation video, which would have been whatever on its own, but the problem is that Sophie Silva already did Draculaura, and Natalie's version looks almost identical. Same pose, same setup, same vibe. She sat there studying Sophie's video frame by frame.
If you couldn't already tell by the fact that I'm pink and that I have veins, today I'm going to be turning myself into Draculaura from Monster High. Also, fair warning, I will be having a lisp this entire video because I don't normally wear veins.
Today I'm turning myself into the iconic Draculaura, because much like her, I've been pale, dramatic, and chronically over-accessorized since birth. Welcome to day 25 of 31 Days of Halloween costumes.
What makes it even stranger is how she didn't try to play it subtle at all. She literally ends the video asking who wore it better, me or Sophie, and that right there tells you she knew exactly what she was doing. People picked up on it immediately. Someone said, wait, this is literally the exact words Soph said. Another person goes, sigh. First it was Brooke, now it's Soph. Are we dead ass? And if we're being honest, that sums up this whole reaction pretty well, because Sophie's style is so specific and so instantly recognizable, you don't just accidentally recreate it, you have to do it intentionally. But here's where it gets weird, because this isn't some brand new thing that she's suddenly started doing. This is literally the blueprint of Natalie's whole career at this point. She's been running this same cycle for years. It always goes the same way. She annoys people, she copies a creator who's trending, she gets dragged, the video blows up, and then she pretends like she has no idea why everyone's mad. It turns into this endless loop that somehow keeps her relevant. This is rage bait for her. It always works, and she knows that. And when you look back at her old content, you can see the pattern start way before Sophie ever entered the picture. Before Sophie, the main person she was weirdly fixated on was Brooke Monk. If you remember that era, it was wild because she didn't just take ideas, she copied everything Brooke did down to the tiniest detail. It got to a point where people were like, is she trying to become Brooke or what? She didn't just copy Brooke's clean vibe, she even threw in Brooke's boyfriend references like she was a part of their relationship. People noticed she had a framed picture of Brooke's boyfriend on her wall, which made everything feel way too personal and way too strange for comfort. Then there was the Stranger Things edit, which she did the exact same way that Brooke did. If you play them side by side, there is no difference at all. Same timing, same audio, same moves. Like, she didn't even bother changing a single thing. It was basically Brooke's video with Natalie standing in the same spots.
Darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
And when the Brooke copying stuff started to die down, she just moved on to other people. First, it was Leah Halton, then Gianna, and even with the Avatar look, people immediately called her out because Gianna had just done that Halloween fit.
Avatar is one of those costumes that, like, no matter how you do it, it always looks cool. These ears are from Amazon. They're just regular elf ears, and I just painted them.
She even copied Asher and Scott while pretending to be Ariana and Cynthia from that one awkward interview. They were literally dressed the same way as the actors, doing the same bits, which made it feel like she was recreating the interview instead of making a joke out of it.
Thank you ladies so much for being here.
No. Thank you for having us here.
You are just such a light in this room.
Thank you so much for being here.
No. Thank you for having us here.
You are just such a light in this room.
And the concept of light.
At this point, it just feels like she scrolls TikTok, picks whoever is trending that week, and goes, yep, I'm doing that now. There's no pause, no change, no originality, just copy, post, repeat. Then there was her social experiment phase, which was its own headache. She walked around in a public gym, basically naked, with body paint leggings, and acted like she had no idea why people were staring. It was so obvious she wanted people to freak out so that the video would blow up. She apologized after the whole thing, made it sound like it was a moment of weakness, and then went right back into doing more weird stunts like nothing ever happened. It's like she knew the attention was too good to give up.
You don't have clothes on. You need to be out of here, man.
I do have clothes on.
That's funny.
Go closer.
How's it fun?
That is fine. I work in the industry enough to know.
And then the lake incident happened, which was a mess on a different level. She convinced a homeless woman to jump into a lake for fun, even though the woman couldn't swim, and when she started struggling, Natalie ran off laughing. That video followed her for a long time because it showed a side of her people had never even seen before, and not in a good way.
Shoes on. Okay. Ready? Yeah. Ready? Oh! Wait, what the fuck? Did you see her? What? Oh,
Right after that, the controversy about her dreadlocks started. People weren't just upset because she wore them, but because she threw in the comments like Vikings invented braids, which made the whole thing just feel really disrespectful. Braids and locks have real meaning in Black culture, so her acting like it was just a fun hairstyle trend rubbed people the wrong way.
Do you think it's offensive if I wear braids?
It's a Black thing, but I don't have no problem with you wearing it because you're white. No, I think you look really cute with your braids, girl. Don't let nobody tell you nothing.
People still bring that up because it showed that she will say anything if she thinks it'll go viral. And at the end of the day, it's always the same. Natalie being Natalie, pushing things until the outrage hits. Which brings me to the part that makes this whole situation even weirder. Because right when you think that she can't add anything else to the chaos, she starts doing this thing where she literally talks to herself in her own comment section. I am not joking. She'll comment something like, "You're so pretty, girl, I love you," and then reply back to herself with, "Oh, thank you, I know." Or she'll write, "Girl, you're so funny, I love your videos," and then answer herself with, "Oh, thank you, I know I'm so famous and beautiful." Like, hello? And I'm sitting here like, why is this happening? People on TikTok call it fanfic comment sections because it looks like she's trying to create fake conversations to make it seem like she has fans hyping her up. The timing is what makes it even messier because she's doing this all while also copying Sophie, so suddenly we've got the copying, the self-commenting, the weird replies, and it just makes the whole thing feel way more unhinged than it needs to be. Like, if you're going to copy, at least let real people react to it. You don't have to pretend you have a fan club in your own comments. Thinking about her doing that again, but this time with Sophie, who literally minds her business and bothers no one, is already giving people bad vibes. It's the exact same pattern she's repeated for years, just with a new target. Now, I'm not calling Natalie evil, and I'm not saying she's sitting there plotting who to copy next, but she definitely knows what she's doing. This is her whole formula, the one she sticks to every single time. You annoy people, you copy someone, the comments blow up, and the algorithm pushes you even harder. Now, everyone's watching Sophie like she's finally going to speak on this, or she's going to let Natalie run around copying her like a mosquito buzzing around her ring light. Because if Natalie already hopped from Brooke to Leia to Tyler to Gianna to random creators she found while scrolling, then Sophie Silva should definitely be worried right now.